Glanesha, we turning the crosshairs on you. They're giving little drips and drops of what you've done in their lives. So what I want to hear, I want to start from the beginning. I
Ooh.
want to, I already kind of told them you're a multi-site owner, but I want to know what happened, where were you, and how did you even decide to answer the call? Because one thing I always say about this, yeah, right. One thing I always say about this industry is that it is a calling, and tons of people have that calling. They just don't always answer it because it's not for the faint of heart, you know. So I always wonder, when you got that call, what made you answer it and what made you say yes?
Well, it's been over 20 years. This is 2024, so it's been 23, 22 years, almost 25 years, I would say. And it's really was something that was birthed out of my sister, who was doing childcare for so long. We were both starting families, and I was recently divorced, trying to raise two children. They were toddlers, 2 and 4 at the time, and trying to figure out how I'm gonna, make this switch in my life. And my sister came to me with a proposal. She had been doing childcare in her home, and she came to me with a proposal to do a center. And this was back in 2000, literally. And so we jumped on a bandwagon. It took us about a year to get started, from the time we had the first conversation to the time we opened our door.
Wow.
And we originally started in a spot in Owings Mills, which was a brand new construction, a brand new building. So we jumped deep, 100 feet deep in it. We newly constructed a 10,000 square foot space for childcare. And I had never even thought about childcare, but I had two little ones. And I saw that the centers, the places that I was looking at, I didn't like. My sister had been doing it for years, so she's giving me the legal perspective, but I'm coming in as a mom and what I want as a mother for my children. And that's the part that I brought to the table. So I'm not sure, maybe obviously it was some sort of calling, but it came so much later in life. And it came really birthed out of a need for my own children, and I couldn't find a place that was good enough for them. So I said, we're going to do it ourselves. And our children were our first children.